Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and today I'm going to show you a bit of the basic or some tips for this bundle here, Carole of Christmas, and the card front builder. It's going to be in the holiday catalog, but for the month of August you can buy the bundle or the stamp set or just the framelit. Always a saving when you buy the bundle, you get 10% discount. So I started some cards here because it's so much in this set, so I decided to do a video that I'm going to touch a little bit a basic of everything. And even if it's a Christmas stamp set, it's very friendly for everyday card. So I did a masculine card here. I used the trees and the deer, and I put happy birthday. So you see, it don't have to be Christmas. You can use even just the border for cards. That would make a very nice frame. So let's get started. I'm going to start with this one here. And I get quite a bit here. I get a mix of variations. So this is the framelets, and it's the set of 11. So you get the two corner for the poinsettia. You get the deer. This is the frame itself. You get one of the two trees and one a single one. The Christmas ornament, the star with the moon, the leaves, and holly. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna show you how to do the frame, and let me bring the big shot here and let me remove some of the cards. This video is going to be a little bit of mix of everything. Like I said, it's really the basic of, well, the basic a little bit, show you of all the bits and pieces in here. So I'm going to show you how to do the frame first. And I found that a great size for that, it is 4.5, I think so, by 3.25. Let me measure twice and cut once, like we say. Now I get so many numbers in my mind. So this measure, it is 5.25, I'm sorry, 5.25 by 4. The inside going to be different. So 5.25 by 4, and the inside that's going to go on top of, if you want on top there, that measure 3.25 by 4.5. 4.5, 3.25. That's the perfect size to put on top here if you want it tight. You can always go smaller, but that fit very lovely. So again, we start with a piece of cardstock that measure, I was testing something there, measure 5.25 by 4. So I like to start at this end here. So what I'm going to do, it's place, okay, so you get the raised up, that's going to go down. We're going to put that right at the edge there. Leave about the same size on each side. Okay, and now we're going to roll this through. Oh, my handle is on the wrong way here. Let me flip this. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're going to remove this. Make sure we don't have nothing stuck there. I'm going to use my brush here. All those little pieces, it's a lot better if you clean that. Now we will do the other side. Can you see here? Here we go. So now we will do the other side. You know what? This gives me a lot of glare. I think it's going to be better without my lights today. So now my focus, it's to try to match these here. So it's going to be a straight line. So I try to match that as much as I can, even if it's off a little bit. I mean, don't sweat over the little thing. So that looked pretty good. I want a little bit closer there. Here we go. Now I'm going to put my plate on top. Oops, I moved it. Here we go. Let's roll this through. Okay, now we got our frame. I'm going to make sure. See those little ones? You just want to make sure that. And I just use my brush. Here we go. Oh. Now it's good. Now let's remove this. And I'm going to show you a little tip on how to pick those little tiny pieces here. If you go and just push it a bit here at the edge, push. See, it's going to come right up. Oops, missing one there. Huh. This one, it's kind of, here we go. Then the star. Now I just like to push it like in the back, and then I grab them and peel it up. And then this, I'm just going to push it out. I could use the brush too, but I find this was working better. Just push it on the top coming from the back and peel it up. This here we go. Oops. And then again, I push it and, oops, let's both at the same time. Here we go. So now we got our frame. Oops. Voila. See? So you can use that for every day. It don't have to be Christmas. Really, this frame, it's nothing Christmassy. You can use it for every day. Now, I'm going to show you how I did the stars with the moon here. Because you see, if I just put it here, I wanted to have more longer there. So let me show you how I done this. So I'm going to take this. Let's put that on our, need my clear plate under. Okay, we're going to take this, put that right at the edge. Now we're going to roll this through. First time you don't have to, whoops. First time you don't have to be, you put the whole plate on top, okay? Okay, now we're going to remove this. Then the second time it's tricky. The second time I want to clean this here. Okay, the second time what I'm going to do, it is, I just want partial there. So I'm going to put that right here. Now I'm going to take my plate and I'm just going to put that right here. That's how far, as much as I want to cut out. I don't want to cut anything extra because I don't want two moon. That would be funny. Here we go. So you see, I stopped the edge. You want to make sure you're equal on each side, you know, when you roll it through. Here we go. Okay, let's roll this in. It's just till you engage it, and after it engages, it's good. So now let's see this. See, now I got all the way to the edge. Very simple. And what I done for the moon, I just took a little piece of scrap, not Cajun, but crushed curry, and I cut my moon and glue it back there. That was it. Now for the trees, I used the lovely Color Theory designer series paper, and I cut some trees, and that's how it looked like. I got some snow on it. In the bottom I just cut a strip, but that's where my trees come from. See, this one was there and this one was from here. So that's how I get my trees all that look like snow. And the little deers, I stamped them on crumb cake with soft suede. So, excuse me, I stamped the little deer and then I cut them out. You get the framelit. So that's how this card was done. My back of the card, it is also 5 1/4 by 4 in white. That's simple. Okay, let's move along. Now this one, okay, we're going to put that one aside because we're going to mount that in a minute there. Now the next one, for the perfect, I call it the perfect whatever corner there, what I done on this one, let me move the big shot. I think the rest I can explain. So what I done for this one, let me move you down a bit. I took my corners and I cut 2 at the same time. So put one there and put one there. Pass it in the big shot. Even if it's shift a little bit, don't worry because it's not square frame, whatever, it's just the flowers. After I done the top, I came back and did the bottom. See? That's simple. Okay, so this piece here, to make it the full corners there, this measure 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Now we're going to mount that here. Now we're going to start building cards. I'm going to get some fast fuse here. So I'm going to put fast fuse right in the center here. And then, oops, I think that it would be lovely to use some Tombow glue. Here we go. I got some Tombow glue here. And I'm going to do at least the corners. And maybe a little bit here. And you could put the Tombow there also. It's just that it's hard to use like fast fuse or snail when you get the opening like this. So now I'm going to take my piece of white and we're going to mount that on fresh fig. And the fresh fig, it's 3 3/8 by 3 3/8 by 4 5/8, I think. Let me measure that to make sure. Okay, it is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. Okay. Now my old olive, I emboss it with the holly. When you emboss with the hollies, what you want to do is open your card, put it in your embossing folder, right at the edge where you get your score line there, and then close it. You're going to run it through the big shot. You want to make sure, because this is exactly the same width in the big shot, so you have to be very careful when you put it in that you're not slanted a little bit, because that's going to chew up the side of your embossing folder. So you want to make sure it's very straight on your big shot. Keep this open. It makes it easier to emboss. Now I'm going to take this, let me close this here, and we're going to mount that at the top here. So where's our fast fuse? So now this is going to come right here. Now for the piece on earth, let me show you a tip on that. What I've done, usually I take the marker. For some reason the marker was not giving me a bright image, so I'm using the two ink pad. I'm missing one. So for the earth, I use fresh fig, and I went right here at the edge. And then for the top, for the piece, I use old olive. Come right here. And even if it go on the top there where it say piece on, that's okay. It's just going to blend a bit. Now I use the soft sky marker, and I use the brush. You get the writing tip and you get the brush. I use the brush. And in case that you get some of the other color here, what you want to do, you want to make sure to take your and wipe that so you won't have a mess. Now, this piece is not big enough. Now you're going to take, and when you stamp that, you want to make sure to give enough space for your circle framelit. Now I'm going to huff on this because I was talking, I'm sure it's dry a bit. Now I'm going to stamp, give a good impression there, good push, et voila. See? Now you get your two-tone. So now I took the stitch framelit, the biggest of the circle, and I cut this out. So now let's finish assemble this. Now I just use a piece of cardstock in Fresh Fig. It's about 1 inch by 4. 1 by 4. We're going to put that right in the center here. About like this. Now we're going to use dimensional, and we're going to put our piece on earth. Here we go. So now you get your piece on earth, and you use those bits and pieces. And you know what? I won't glue it. I want a sponge. So what I'm going to do, I think it needs a little bit of the color. I'm using Fresh Fig here. And remember, when you sponge, the trick is to hold your cardstock tight and really give a good push with your sponge. That's simple. Okay, now we get this. And when you sponge outside there, it almost looks like you get another layers there. So now I'm going to put that right at the top here. See how perfectly it fit? So now we get this piece done. Now this one here, we're going to cover this on top here. That's what I told you. I wanted to show you how I did for the masculine card. This one, I got a big tip to share with you. Learn from my mistakes, right? So anytime you use the frame around the 5 1/4 by 4, a good size that fit, like I said, it's 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Well, I had a tough time with my ornament, and what I learned, it's if you get a Misty or one of those things, well, go ahead and use it. But if you don't, you could use the Stampin' Jig. If you don't want to use the Stampin' Jig, when you lined up, when you put your ornament here on your block, make sure that it's super straight with the edge. Now this looks straight. Now what I'm going to do, it's I'll put it on that side. If you want to stamp on the left, put it on the right side. If you want to stamp on the right, put it on the left side, because it's turned completely the other direction when you ink it. This way, see, now it's on the right, now it's going to go on the left. So now I can line that up right there with my paper. And see, now my lines are straight. Because it's so easy to come here and you think you're straight, and see, they're going sideways. So if you line that up very lovely with the side of your block, then it's easy to match it up. So that's a tip for that. Now, the beauty of this, you get two different stamps for the ornament. So you get this one, and both of them you get the cutout. So what I done, I stamp my ornament here, and you can see this one was cut right there, and this one, it's right there. So you cut 3 at the same time. So if you want to mix color, stamp them in different color, or one color, one the other color. So that's what I done on this card. So let's finish, mount this together. Now I'm looking for my stash of card. Here it is. So we're gonna take this one here. What I done, again, I'm using fast fuse there. Now I like my Tombow in my tip glue. So I'm using my fine tip glue, but I get Tombow in there. And what you want to do is put a little bit on all the frame, because it's very delicate, and if you don't have glue, it's easy that it's kind of curl up or whatever. So now let me hold this just there. And then I'm going to do just a little bit on the center here. Just so you get bits and pieces that's going to keep that down. Because I find that if you don't put glue there, sometimes it's going to pucker up. So if you don't pay attention when you put it in the envelope, then it would rip easy. So I would say glue gonna make a difference, and you don't need much. Just say you get a little bit of glue, and you can always use the adhesive sheet, but I think that would use a lot of it, right? So now I'm gonna take this, put that right about here. See, now it's staying flat, very lovely. This one here, it want to pucker up right there. So that's what it's nice about this long needle here. Here we go. Now I'm going to take this. See how it went sideways? So I was like, okay, I need to find a tip here too. And that's what I came up with. Now, see, some of them I put the bitty little dimensional in the back. Some of them I just use glue dot, and some I left plain when I stamp. So this way I get different variation in the eye, so it looks like it's floating better. And then I put little pearls in my center of my poinsettia. That's a stamp sitting there also. Now I'm going to put that right here. And if you wonder, yes, I covered this because that I just wanted to share with you how to do it for the masculine. So I thought to, because I don't have time to, well, I get time, but the video would be so long if I do one by one, and I wanted to get you going if you get the bundle. So now it's this. Now the next one, oh, I need to bring back the big shot. The next one, we're going to use the trees, and I did another one piece on earth, but this time we're going to use this one here. It is, I don't remember the size that I done. Let me double check. It is 5 1/8 by 3/7. So 5 1/8 by 4/7. Now we're going to use the trees. Let me bring back the big shot here. Okay, I need to put this back in. Here we go. Let me pull you up a bit, because if not, it seemed that. Okay, so now this one, what I got in mind, I didn't try it, but I got it in my mind there. I want to use the piece on earth again, and I want to have the double tree right there. And this going to get at the top, and then this one I want it a little bit higher, one lower, one higher. So that look about right here. See? Now I'm going to remove my piece on earth, and then we're going to cut this out. I want to make sure I leave enough border though. Here we go. Let's cut this out. And then this was on fresh fig, and our backup gonna be on old olive. So you can save your cutout here to use on something else. let me, here we go. So you can save that to use on another card. I absolutely love these three. They're very nice. Oops. Love the shape. I love the way they're built. Here we go. Now we're going to take, here we go. Let's mount that. And I cut some green trees just in case if I wanted to add something. So now you see I get my green trees in the back. And I got my white cardstock here. So you can use that, you know, for cut your trees and pop them up. You can use it like this. Whatever that you prefer. It's no right and wrong. I just wanted to share a bit. Okay, now I get my piece on earth. And see, I cut. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, yes, for sure. This one gonna go there. And I think this one's gonna come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. So we're gonna cut this one there. Put that one right there. And this one gonna go on top. But let's mount that with and really now I would like a green. So let's sponge that with some green. I call that cheating almost when I sponge because it looked like I put another layer, but I didn't. Okay, now let's put here we go. I'm going to put that right here. And then I'm going to take this one here, put a dimensional right at the bottom. And then at the top, we're going to use a glue dot at the top. Because you want to secure that at the top also. Here we go, my friend. Very, very simple. And even here I could have put the corner, but I think it's perfectly the way it is. So now you saw a bit of most of the product in those bundles, but again, you can have it for every day. It don't have to be Christmas. You can mix match that. Here we go. So hope you enjoyed this. And again, this bundle is available now. And if you get the bundle, you're going to get 10%. And it will be available in the holiday catalog. But if you want a good start on your Christmas card, now it's the time to order it. Also, like I said, it can be used for every day. This is it for now. I'm going to have all the dimension on my, the layer and that on my blog just above. Click on the eye. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.